So my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. I have a few exciting days ahead of me because I'm going to Denmark for a week, and the small country with only 6 million citizens is able to compete with the Asian powerhouses for so many years now. And I will also try to find out what the secret of that small badminton nation is. How can they be so successful? And I got the opportunity to visit the Gade Academy in Copenhagen. So the former world number one opened up his own academy in the Kopenhagen area 4 years ago, and now I have the chance to follow the training for 1 week and maybe also see what they are doing different in Denmark to be able to compete with the best players in the world all around, especially from Asia. So I want to take you with me on that journey, and I hope you are as excited as I am. So good morning, lovely day, and I'm also heading to the first session of the day. Right now I'm in Gentofte, a little bit outside Copenhagen, and this is where one of the two facilities of the Gade Academy is based, so in the Gentofte Badminton Club. So we're going to see that now. There's also another club inside Copenhagen, we will see that later. And yeah, I'm a little bit early so I can show you around the hall of the Gentofte Badminton Club, and I think that we can also find out or see one of the biggest secrets of the badminton success of Denmark. So now I'm inside the hall here in Gentofte, and a really nice setup. They have 2 halls with 4 courts each. In the middle there's also a center court, mostly for team matches or league matches. Then they have built in a really nice big gym. So yeah, everything you could wish for, and it's just for the badminton club. And this is something very extraordinary here in Europe. I think only in Denmark this is something usual, that a badminton club has such a setup just for its own. And every time I see something like that I get a little bit jealous, but yeah, great possibilities to really grow the club with that kind of setup. And yeah, now looking forward to the morning session. The players and the coaches will usually get in around 8:30, and then we start at 9 o'clock. So the players have 30 minutes to socialize, but also get ready, and at 9 o'clock you have to be 100% ready to get on court. And the sessions I saw so far start with some smaller games, half-court games, fun games, sometimes also with a partner, and afterwards mostly footwork exercises, and then taking a shuttle and going for 2 against 1, 3 against 1 exercises. But everybody has a very specific focus. Also, many times there's also a little variation on every court or for every player, so everybody can work very individually. Of course, depending if you're a single or a double player, but also working on specific topics you have at the moment. Great exercise that they're using here for especially the women's singles players. It's also called the women's singles exercise, where you play 2 against 1 and the 2 feeders standing in the rear court, and they can play straight clear or cross attack. So you only have to cover 2 corners, but you have to try to anticipate where the shuttle will come. And especially in women's singles, this happens many times, that women try to score with those cross slices or steep cross smashes. So yeah, this is what the women's single players are doing quite a lot here, and I think a great exercise to create awareness of these situations, and also moving out of the corner quickly after that fast clear. That's also something that happens quite a lot in women's singles. In the end there's also time for a technique, so if you want to stay longer you can grab a few rolls and throw the shuttle, so that's also always an option. And yeah, the luxury that you have a lot of space, have time, and you can stay as long as you want. So besides the regular group session, there was also another group that had multi-shuttle session in the other hall this morning. And it was a really intense program. Always 2 players on 1 court, 1 feeder and 1 player that was working for around 1 hour. And after that they changed the roles. So the session took around 2 hours. But for me the most interesting thing was that it was not only about working hard, but about getting as much quality into the exercises. So there were different programs for single and double players, but also individual adjustments for each player. So every exercise was chosen and designed on purpose and had a very specific focus. So for example, in the double program, there were some really intense exercises followed by the service situation where the player comes with a really high pulse and exhausted and then had to play some good receives or had to serve and play a third shot and still keeping the focus up even though he's very tired because of the exercises he did before. So many times Peter also went in to talk with the feeders and gave them feedback and showed them exactly what he wanted them to do. So a really challenging and demanding session for both players on court, and you could really feel how much thought went into that program and also how much Peter cared about all the details and about the little things that were happening on the courts. So now I'm on the way to the afternoon sessions, and in the afternoon it's always individual training, and I'm heading to Kopenhagen, so the other hall inside the city. And yeah, also looking forward to show you that one. I've already seen it and also quite impressive the setup there. And of course looking forward to the individual sessions and see what's happening inside the hall.
When we get in, so from here, in, timing, bam. Super, squeeze on fingers once you go in. Squeeze,
Okay, so now I'm here with Elias Brakke from Belgium. He's one of the players who is training now at the Peter Gade Academy at the moment. And I would like to get some insights on why you are actually here and also how your daily life looks like when you're here training at the Academy.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm here because we are missing a little bit of sparring in Belgium. So when I'm looking to get a little bit more match-like rhythm and match situations, then I'm coming here. Also, I think Peter is a very good coach, of course. How my day looks, I wake up in the morning and I come here to the morning session. Afterwards, I will have my lunch, do a quick nap. And then it's either I'm taking an individual session with Peter or I'm going to the gym. And then afterwards, I'm just like maybe going out for a walk or something, but I'm not doing anything interesting anymore in the evening. I'm just taking a rest and preparing myself for the practice the day after.
And how long are you here usually?
I don't think it's more than 2 weeks in a time. It's maybe sometimes 2 weeks and a half, but mostly like around 2 weeks. And then I also practice 2 weeks in Belgium, for example, or when there are tournaments in between, then I go straight to the tournament. So I don't think you can really put a timing on it, but it's just see how it goes.
So there are also some other foreign players, but also a lot of Danish players. I think you by now know most of them quite well. So what kind of group is working out here? What kind of players are training at the academy?
I feel like there are a lot of different kind of players, because also a lot of foreign players are coming here for maybe 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. So there is a lot of new players coming in, coming out. I wouldn't say there is one type of player, and that's what makes it so interesting, I think, because every player you play is a different type of game.
so upper body up, and like when you do go back from the defense, back from the net, you need to look at me. No, wrong footwork. The split is both feet at the same time. Yes, yes. Don't try to do clears, just slice. Yeah, footwork. Yes, in. Super good, in.
So in my eyes it was very impressive to see the demands of Peter in terms of quality and intensity in the training, and you could really feel and see that every single time he stepped on court. And yeah, I think that was also his secret to success, why he was former world #1, why he was winning so many big events. And there's so much more footage I had from that week. I already talked about the club life. I think this is a very special aspect here in Denmark, maybe the biggest key to their success. And I decided to make a second part of the vlog where we dive deeper into the club life, where I was also joining practice session, and I also met the world record holder for the fastest smash in the world, so maybe also get some tips on that. And yeah, hope you're looking forward to it, and see you next week for second part of this vlog here in Denmark.